Man, where do I start? 2026 has been a crazy, crazy, crazy year. There's been a lot of ups and downs. I mean, as far as personal goes, right? Um, we started a business towards the end. So, just for those of you that are not fully aware, I started about a month and a half ago. And so we've only been in for a little bit. We've kind of starting the operation more so. We do have inventory, we have some things, but we're slowly making our way there. The last month of the year, December, was kind of a little bit interesting. I was learning a lot and kind of applying a lot of what I've learned prior to. And I just kind of want to share some of that and some of the goals that we have coming up for 2026. So stick around and find out. Hey guys, I'm Hector with HectikTCG, and just kind of wanted to go over some of the things that we've been going through this year. So I started the TCG business in around the beginning of December. I started off by selling my personal collection. So I had rules and regulations set in place before I even started this thing. My whole point was I have a family, I have a whole, I have a lot of responsibility already. My goal was to make capital off of the collection that I already have. um at least sell some of it. I didn't want to sell all of it, so I sold part of it. I made about $500. A lot of the supplies I didn't have to invest into because I already had things, bunch of shipping supplies. I had thermal printer, I had all the works, I had my laptop, I had everything that I needed pretty much to do what I needed to do. The only things that I needed to get was paper mail envelopes with stamps, and that was literally the only thing I had to spend money on. So I kind of got a little lucky on that sense because my beginning capital was basically mainly complete, almost completely, entirely put into just inventory. So from the initial 400, we are at about 1500. That's not bad in a month, for someone who's doing a lot of other things at the same time, has a lot of responsibility. It wasn't easy, but we got there. Main point is, it is definitely possible. So the next big thing that we started after I started selling my collection, and then starting to make off a profit off of that, was I started the content page. So I made the YouTube page, the IG, the TikTok, and I started posting. Just got started. At first I went the short route, and so you'll see I have a little mini series that I'm still going to continue to build on there. But I'm last week, or last couple, maybe 3 or 4 days, I've fully rerouted and started working solely on long form content based on advice that I got from a few of my peers here in the space. Shout out to you, DJ, and shout out to Brian. Um, so we started the content. I started long form content. I was really nervous. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was very nervous. I had no faith in myself. I felt like I was, people weren't gonna care about what I had to say. But hey, here we are. We're gonna make it through no matter what. And honestly, I feel so much more comfortable now, just sitting in front of the camera talking to you guys and just giving you the, what I call the sauce and things that I've learned, what I've experienced, stuff like that. Things that will hopefully help you prepare yourself better if you decide to take the same steps as me, or if you decide to go the same route. At least you'll have some, understanding of some of the trials and tribulations you're going to have to deal with. As far as content goes, it is the most important part of the business. So as of right now, I'm pivoting and I am focusing mainly on content. I'm not going to get distro anytime soon, so I'm not in a rush to build up a lot of capital necessarily. Now, I am still building capital, but it's going to be a slow grind. I advise you guys do the same thing. You're not going to get distro anytime soon. Okay? Let's just put that out there right now. And for the majority of 26, I honestly don't see you getting distro either. I don't see myself getting distro either. So if it happens, hey, hallelujah. If it does, cool. If it doesn't, then hey, I'll keep grinding. I'll keep making content. I'll keep selling. I'll build up my store. Cool. All right. So now on to the last part. I wanted to talk about what to expect from HectikTCG in 2026. So for starters, we will be starting an LLC very, very soon here. Probably my goal is to have it started up and running by March, April. By March or April of 2026, I want to have the LLC running and to have the website already up and running so that you guys can go through there to make purchases rather than having to click on the link to eBay, a TCG player to be able to buy there. So that's the first goal. First things first, start the LLC. Just take that step and move forward. Now, for you, that may not be the next step. For you, that may be a step further along in the future. It depends on where you're at. Everybody's in different places in life. I have kids. Some people may not have kids. They can do it faster. It all depends. But take that at your own pace. The next goal is to hit 5,000 profits a month in sales. That is more so a long-term goal towards the end of 2026, because I know it's not going to be easy. And with the slower pace that I'm taking, as opposed to someone maybe like DJ, who's making big sales, making a lot of sales at the time, he already has a movement. His YouTube's doing great. He is able to take things at a faster pace. I'm a little bit further behind. I didn't start nearly when he did, or when someone like Brian or TRJ or Nomics or any of those guys, Raw TCG. I'm nowhere near them. So my pace is going to be a lot further back. Um, Also, will be to get to a consistent 10 to 20 sales a day. That one might be a little bit closer up than the 5,000 profit a month, but yeah, 10 to 20 sales a day. I think that's doable. Now, is it going to be anytime soon? No, but it's doable. I made sure that all the goals that I put on here are doable, but also that they are what you call it, like ambitious enough to where I feel like we're gonna hit it. So socials, 10K subscribers on YouTube. I would love to be at 10K by the end of the year. It's an entire year. I maybe have 30, maybe not even 30, maybe 24, 25 right now. We could hit 10K subs. Now, we would have to be consistent and we would have to really put some effort, but I think we could do it. Next one, hit 5K on IG. That's my slowest growing platform right now. I feel like it's just not going as fast as I maybe should. And if anybody has any tips on any of this, anything that I'm saying, y'all have, different opinions, maybe a different way that I can look at it, feel free to let me know in the comments, please. We're all here to learn from each other. This is my journey. This is me. I will make mistakes in front of you guys. I'll let you know about it. We'll go through it together, okay? If you guys have any suggestions, please let me know. The next goal, post consistently, minimum of 4 long form videos and 1 short form per week. Now, this is the first week I started short form after speaking with DJ from DJ's Poke Center. Um, he he basically told me to pivot from short form to long form. I was posting about 5 short form videos a week. I'm going to be doing about 4 long form videos a week and then 1 short form. That way we have a little bit of everything, at least 1 short form that I can then post between my other socials, and then I can take the long form videos and I can kind of dice up the little pieces, and I can then post those on TikTok and social media like Instagram, and also on Facebook Shorts or YouTube Shorts. So let me know what you guys think. Next thing would be growing inventory/capital. I want to grow that from the 1,500 that we have right now to about 10,000 by the end of the year. Is it ambitious? Hell yeah, it's ambitious. Can we do it? Hell yes, we can do it. 1000%. If we put in the work, we can definitely get there. Another one is to build a consistent source for quality seals/singles until I get distro, because we all know I'm not going to get distro this year, maybe not even next year. So I'm keeping an open mind and finding different ways and different sources. That's not just perusing through Facebook Marketplace or perusing through this, that, and the third, or having to, do anything, out of the ordinary. I want to find ways that I can consistently, and that's just going to be a part of building those connections. So next part goes right into what I was talking about: build connections with other content creators, vendors, etc. This one is quite self-explanatory. It's going to be easy. Be yourself, get out there, meet some people, right? Next one is start partnerships and sponsorships. That would be towards the social media and content creation side, would be to seek out those partnerships, seek out those sponsorships, and be able to, be a part of that. Next, start building and developing Discord. Now, I've never built a Discord. It shouldn't be that hard. We want to build a community, right? We want to build a community of people that, we're all like-minded. We can all help each other grow. We can all help each other learn. So definitely one of the big plans that I have. This next one is the one that I think is going to take probably one of the longest, which is to get so busy and overwhelmed in this that I start considering going full-time. I would love that. But that's all I got for this year. Some of the things that have happened this year, some of the things that we have to come for next year, our goals and expectations. If you guys enjoyed this type of thing, let me know. Leave me comments, questions, concerns, anything you may have. Let me know. And yeah,